Storage, my good friend, storage is the name of the game today. You might be thinking, what? I'm gonna turn this video off. Storage? How unsexy is that? How boring is that? But bear with me. I think you're gonna like this if you play Subnautica Below Zero. So one of the things that I've experienced when I play the game is that I'm a pack mule. I grab everything that is loose. I'm like one of those sea monkeys that are actually really cute. What the heck was that sound? Anyway, I grab everything. If I see something, salvage, scrap, any galena, whatever, lithium, diamonds, anything that is around, I will grab it because I love to have a lot of things and I love to do a lot of building, and building takes a lot of resources actually. So what's that got to do with storage? What it means that you very quickly run out of storage space on your inventory, and then you go like, well, no, I got my SeaTruck. See how big my SeaTruck is? I'm sure I can fit in thousands and thousands of units. And no, unfortunately you can't. For being this big, you actually don't have a lot of storage space. So how do you get around that? And that's what this mod is about. It's actually a SeaTruck storage mod. You're thinking, hey, I know my SeaTruck already has this extra compartment. It's got this one, well, I guess it's really small. It's got this one, well, yeah, also really small. This one, a little bit bigger. And it's got two of these ones, which are still fairly small. So basically, it's got these 5 containers that really don't hold a lot of inventory. I mean, it's sort of like as much as you can hold yourself if you don't carry anything. Well, actually, if you count all these as well, this together is actually more storage that actually I can keep inside my SeaTruck entirely. Now this one, the fabricator module, also has a little bit of storage, and of course you can have a little bit of fish and stuff like that, and you have your prawn, but that's about it. You actually can store more stuff in your SeaTruck, which is insane. It's a truck. It's supposed to be a SeaTruck. I mean, you would have imagined that your storage module will allow you to have like 300 or 400 storage in there, so you can actually use it to transport things around. And no, it doesn't allow that. So this storage mod that is on Nexus Mods, I will leave all the links in the description, so don't worry about that. There's a few mods in there that are required, and I will go through how to actually put that in the game for you. So what this mod actually adds is 2 storage modules that gives you 2, well, actually one on the left side and one on the right side, storage modules that each have 56 space, and you can access them from the outside, and you can actually access them from inside as well. And it's really awesome. It's convenient, it's a quality of life, it saves you from basically getting 20 items way over there, then you go back to base, drop, and go get more, and go drop off, and go, which is super tedious. So what it ends up being, and I will show you how to do that, is basically a mod that you can put in SeaTruck storage. You can see here you can have maximum of 2, and you might be thinking, hey, whoa, my SeaTruck doesn't have all this extra. Well, it's one of the prerequisites that this mod requires, and I'll go into that in a little bit as well. But it gives you extra of these storage slots. You don't have to use them if you don't want to. I used it because it's convenient, and you can actually access them from inside as well. Let's say I'm piloting it, and you see at the bottom my hotbar now. If I hit 5, I open up one of them. I hit 6, I open up another one, so I can put things in and out if I want to do that, and I can access it again. So it's really simple, which makes it really fun. And that's this on the SeaTruck. And now I'm going to park this one if I can find my, here's my moon pool. Let's get into my moon pool so you can actually see how to craft these 2 storage modules that you do in, for instance, the fabricator. And like open the fabricator, you go to your SeaTruck here, and you see 2 titanium ingots and 2 lithium, which is fairly simple, requires a little bit of resources, but not too bad. And then you just go to your upgrades, just like any other upgrades, and you pop them in. Now I already have 2, so I obviously cannot put more that work. I mean, I can put them in, that it doesn't actually give me any additional storage. So that's how simple it is to do in game. You basically just craft them and put them in, and all of a sudden you get all this extra storage, which is amazing. Saves me so much time. Doesn't make the game easier, but it saves you so much time, and especially if you're like me, you like to gather things and bring it back to your base. Now, how do you install this wonderful mod that just makes your life so much more convenient in game? Well, let me show you. The SeaTruck storage module on Nexus Mods, link will be in the description, by Senna. Thank you very much, Senna. Senna's made a bunch of these different mods, small mods, SeaTruck arm, SeaTruck storage and stuff like that. So go check that up on Nexus Mods as well. It's a really simple, and let's go through a little bit. It says it adds 2 storage lockers to the SeaTruck main cabin. Really good. They're 56. You can move, blah, blah, blah. And then this gives some other information about how to craft them. The requirement now, it does mention, well, requirement to craft them in game. It has some requirements, and you need to have the QModManager. You need to have Sml Helper 0, which is another mod. It's a helper mod. You need to have a Slot Extender 0, which is another mod. All these ones except for QModManager, so this one, and the SeaTruck are basically mods. QModManager is slightly differently, so I'm going to go through the mods, and I'm going to go through QModManager very, very quickly. I have a video that I will link in the description about how to deal with that one. So because this one is really a mod enabler system, this one is probably the most important. It allows you to have other mods as well. So we go have a look at this one, and I will leave a link. You basically have to download an exe. You can download the zip file as well if you don't trust the exe and install it that way. It works fine. Download the exe, manual download, etc. Install it like an exe. Run the game once, and you're done for the QModManager. Then you download the SeaTruck storage, and you go to Files. Then you go to manual download. You can download it through the Vortex, I think the mod loader is called. I'm just going to do it manual because it's as simple. It will tell you that there are some requirements. Fine, we're going to do download and slow download. Don't have to pay for it. Don't worry about premium, and it'll pop up a save file. Second one is an Sml Helper. You don't really have to worry about what this does, but it's a helper mod that basically makes mod work a lot easier to make, and that's why it's a requirement. Now, same thing here. You go to Files, and you do a manual download like I showed before. And again, you're going to get this zip file. So this is going to be a second zip file. Slot Extender 0, also by Senda, is basically one that gives you extra slots to your prawn truck, to your SeaTruck, gives you some arm slots, there's chip slots, gives you extra upgrade to the hover bike and stuff like that. You don't really have to worry about all these things, because if you don't want to use it, then don't use it. You have to install it, because otherwise the SeaTruck storage will not work. But all these extra slots, you don't have to use it. You know, just ignore them in game if you don't like it. They can be convenient if you want to put more mods in there than the vanilla games actually allows. And same thing like the previous one, go to Files and download it. And that means that you have now installed the QModManager, and you've downloaded 3 mods: SeaTruck storage, Sml Helper, and Slot Extender 0. So now you have them on your hard disk. So just go to wherever you have downloaded the mods. You'll see I have the QModManager and the 3 mods in here. Put that aside a moment. What we need to do now is that we need to go into Steam. Now, you probably shouldn't be running the game when you're doing all this. Shut down the game. I'm just going to keep it running in the background, because otherwise it's a really boring background. But shut down the game so you're not running it. Then you go to Properties here. You go to Local Files and Browse. This will open up the location of the game files itself. If you have installed the QModManager properly and run the game once, there should be a QMods folder. And that's the folder that you need to extract all these ones into. So you basically, depending on what you have, I can right click and draw it in there and basically say extract, and you will extract. So you do that for these 3 mods so that it will look like this. You have SeaTruck storage, Slot Extender 0, and Sml Helper. You also will have some other stuff if you have other mods. I have a couple of other mods. I made a video about how to install the Subnautica map, which is an awesome mod as well. I will leave a link in the description. It's really, really good. But anyway, so this is how it looks. You have one here, the storage itself. You have the Slot Extender 0, another mod, and then you have the Sml Helper, which has a lot more stuff because it's a helper library effectively. And that's it. You don't need anything else. Then you start the game, can be a current game, can be a new game, and you basically get into it and you are doing fine. All of a sudden you have everything enabled and you can play with this storage module for your SeaTruck, and it's awesome. The one slight downside is that you can't access it from up here. You can go into the SeaTruck, but you can't access it. I end up having to, unfortunately, jump into the water every time I want to empty it, which is a little bit inconvenient. but maybe there'll be a mod that will handle that in the future. But you saw previously I put in the titanium from the inside, and I can access it from the outside as well and get it. And of course, if you want to get it from the inside again, you just get into the SeaTruck and like this, it will unfortunately drop it, so I don't normally do this when I'm clearing it. I usually just access it from outside. But there you have it, all this extra storage to give you a lot more space to put things when you're exploring the map. It saves me having to go back to my base much more frequently, because I can just store it here, do my crafting inside, and then later on when I'm totally full and I don't need anything else, I come back here and offload. I wish that there would be there was a mod back in the original Subnautica, which was something about extended storage lockers or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called, auto lockers or something, that with the helper mod allowed you to, you would dock, for instance, your prawn in the base, and it would automatically pull everything into a storage compartment. And if you had another mod, auto sort lockers, it would then sort it as well. Oh, it was awesome. I wish they would do something similar, but for now, while you will have all this extra storage, you do have to clear it manually, unfortunately, but it'll make your exploration a lot more interesting. If you have any questions about the mod, I urge you to go to Nexus Mod under the post. Let Senna know, ask questions, etc., or maybe report some bugs if you run across any, and hopefully they can be fixed. For me, I have had no issues since I have installed it. It's been working perfectly, and I've really enjoyed it as I go and explore the map. As a bit of an added bonus, if you remember the slot extender 0 that allow you to have extra upgrade slots for even from your prawn suit, what this means is that you can actually put a bunch of prawn suit storage modules into your prawn suit. I say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. And if you look at how much storage I have, look at all this, actually all the way up here as well, all the way. So I have tons of storage in my prawn module as well, which makes it, well, I use this one for storage as well. So I can go around with my prawn suit, pick things up, explore, mine things without having to go back and offload. One of the problems I was running in initially is that I would have the prawn, which actually has quite a big storage compared to at least the SeaTruck. It would get full. My inventory would get full. Then I come back and I offload into my SeaTruck, and then that one is full, and then that's it. Now I have to go back to base. But with these extra mods, I have all this storage inside my prawn. I have all this storage inside my SeaTruck, and that makes my gaming so much more enjoyable. Thank you, modders, for making all this possible. Thank you, Senna. If you have any other mods that you would like me to cover, let me know in the comment section below. And if you've played with this mod before and you like it or dislike it, well, let me know in the comment section below what your experience is. I will see you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.